Joe Biden has become the first sitting US president to deliver a Sunday sermon at Martin Luther King Jr.'s Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta in the US state of Georgia. His speech marked the national holiday that celebrates the life and legacy of the civil rights activist. Dr. King was assassinated in 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. Sunday would have been his 94th birthday.
We have to choose a community over chaos. Are we, the people, are going to choose love over hate? The battle for the soul of this nation is perennial. It's a constant struggle. It's a constant struggle between hope and fear, kindness and cruelty, justice and injustice, against those who traffic in racism, extremism, and insurrection. A battle fought on battlefields and bridges, from courthouses and ballot boxes to pulpits and protest. And at our best, the American promise wins out.
I asked senior front page editor of HuffPost, Philip Lewis, about the significance of this speech.
Yes, well, I think it's very significant. It shows that he is reaching out and reaching back to Black communities, right? And so Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is the only holiday that celebrates a Black American and the only holiday that celebrates volunteering and giving back. It's a day that where normally holidays are designated for, relaxing. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is actually a day of service, and millions of people give back and volunteer throughout the United States because it answers one of the questions that Martin Luther King always asks, which was, what are you doing for others?
Now, we mentioned that if he was still with us, he'd be celebrating his 94th birthday. What do you think he would think about the rights for, Black communities in America today?
Well, I think he'd be pretty honestly disappointed. I mean, we still have issues of voter disenfranchisement, and the wage, the gap as far as wages between white communities and Black communities in America is still pretty vast, pretty wide. So he'd probably be wondering, why is it still taking so long for a lot of the goals and the visions that he had in the 60s and the 50s? Why is it taking so long to see his visions come to life and his dreams come to fruition?
Now, President Biden spoke about voting rights as part of his presentation in the church, his preach, as it were. Do you feel like he's really delivering on this issue?
Well, to be honest, there's so much more that can be done as far as the sort of voter rights in America. I mean, we have Republican governors who are doing their hardest, like putting forth their hardest efforts into suppressing the vote, and you have these states that are suppressing the vote. So there's much more that the administration can do. They have done some good things as far as letting people know, where to vote and where to be, but there's still so much more that can be done.